What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Baker's Man. Today it's January. I am absolutely loving the pace we're moving through this series, but I need to remember what we're doing here. So we got some farmland here that I believe we're gonna put some oats in the spring, and over here we should have some wheat or barley, one of the two. Got some barley and wheat in that field over there. Let's just double check that everything is how I remember it. Fertilizer should be, dark blue. We don't own 47, so that's somebody else's problem. But this field we need to plant in the spring. Everything else we just kind of let sit. I'm kind of wondering or worried about the bread factory. I know it is a progress, or it is in, I know we're progressing, that's what I wanted to say, towards our goals, but I don't think it's actually going to produce fast enough, and I think we probably should have waited for the big production for that, but time will tell. We do have some loan interest, so let's remind ourselves what we're looking at. $30,000 in debt. That's not terrible. We should have that paid off not too long from now. All right, and just double check in. Oh, that would be nice and fun to have, but we don't have money for that. What do we want to do? Let's look at contracts. We might be getting right to the spring at this point. Yeah, they're not interesting. And how are we looking over here? Yeah, still, so we put this down in December and it's February now. We still don't have any bread. Okay, I'm wondering if we should stop the distribution. Oats are out, so let's deactivate that. I think I am going to change this to storing. We'll check on that though. We'll keep an eye on this, make sure once we go through that 5,200 flour that's already in here, we can add some more. And what is next then? Looking at the calendar, we got to get to get more oats in the ground March, so we can plant them in March. So contracts don't look good, nothing else to really do. Let's make it March. Moving fast. All right, we got some new deals in here. The fence, not bad. The Massey Ferguson would be pretty fitting for this playthrough, but we're not gonna go for it. And what do we have here? Slurry distribution can attach to a suitable slurry tank. That's kind of sweet. Let's go check on the bread again. Over here, we should have some flour. Yeah, so 2 flours already spawned. So that production's pretty good. That's what I'm learning. We should have 1 thing of bread over here now. There's a nice achievement in the Baker's Man challenge. Okay, so it looks like we should start getting 1 a month for a little while, I think. 4,000. We'll keep an eye on that after we plant and move forward in time. Let's go ahead and get this all configured. Looks like they want 3 headlands here. It's lowered, activated. And away we go on another planting session. We got some fertilizer in here. We'll go through that solid fertilizer pretty quickly, probably. Probably should have loaded that up, but we'll keep going until that runs out. And I am going to do this at 10 miles an hour. Just feels a little bit better to me. Well, the fertilizer lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. Let's go ahead and raise up here. Shut off the seeder. Keep forgetting to do that. And let's head over and find our... Whoa. I thought that was a bush. That's a tree. Find our solid fertilizer and we will go ahead and refill. That's not it. That's lime. Do we have any solid fertilizer around here? Ooh, I think I know where it is. There we go. We'll put it back in there momentarily, but that will do. All right, so we should be able to just pick up right here since we did finish a pass already. So we come right here and it's inactivated. Why did that get deactivated? That's bizarre. So locked into place, lowered and activated. And just this little section here that you can see to the right that we have left to do, and then the end rows, and we should be done. Then we can work on weeding it and getting to April so we can put some more fertilizer down. All right, this should finish us up. Everything planted here for this year. Just got to do some crop protection, yield improvements on it, and then we'll just get to the fun part, the harvest. All right, let's hop in the store because I do want to lease the weeder again. And I think we will, we'll go with this one. $300. There's no point in buying that right now. We can lease it for $300. And let's double check the screen just to make sure everything looks growing. A lot of oats in there. I think that makes me happy. I think that's pretty perfect. We'll go ahead and let a worker take that on as we take a look at contracts here. 7,000 for wood. We got some other hoeing for 4,500. Cultivating for 6 grand. I might do that. So let's go ahead and borrow that. I'm going to do that while the worker handles ours. I know we said not a lot of contracts, just every once in a while. And we do have some time to kill while they do the weeding. And that field didn't seem too far away. No, it's not. It's just a little bit past ours. Perfect. I am not a big fan of the tractors with tracks, but it'll be okay for the contract. Ooh, are we cultivating something that has a crop on it? Oh, it's got to be stubble, right? Yeah, okay. All right, let's get this all prepped. And I think I'm going to try to do the same thing that we were just doing, where I'm going to do ups and downs and clean up the end rows at the end. Seemed to be a slick way to do it. Here we go. That's a nice texture. There's our stones. We're finally seeing some stones in this playthrough. I'll have to see if we have any in our field and have to remove those. But yeah, it looks pretty nice. I love it like this. Yep. Almost makes you wonder if that outfit is foreshadowing. Worker G just completed their job. We are 95% done with this one. Hoping this gets to about 98 so I can just turn around and do the skinny pass that we have to our left and not have to do the end rows at all. It looks like we probably will be able to do that. Hopefully this is 2% right here that we're gonna about to grab here. Right there, you can see the little row. Just worried it's not gonna be quite enough and we will have to do a little bit of the end caps, but we'll know momentarily when we get to the other side of the field. And it did consider it enough. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and collect that $5,600. And we can also hop in here, go to vehicles, find it, and return it. That's pretty nice. Not driving our crop. There we go. And we're gonna hope that next month, 1,200 liters of solid fertilizer is enough to get this field done. But let's go ahead and head home. Walter, we're gonna make it April already. All righty. So have some oats in the ground. Looks good. Don't see any weeds in there. We just got to get a little more fertilizer down to get that yield bonus way up. All right, let's get lined up for this. Here we go. Let's do this end cap first. I feel like this will be wise for the fertilizer. And then we will stop short of the crop here, right about there. Shut it off. And we'll turn and work on getting this first. Whoops. Turn the wheel a little too aggressively there. Or early, so we'll just loop out this way. Let's go a little slower. Go ahead and turn that on, but activate here. That should be good. And double checking that everything is applying correctly. Yeah, it looks good. We're just getting a little strip here to the right, which will finish the first half of the field, and then we'll turn around and do the other one, and that should just be it. Really can't believe how quickly we're moving through time in this series. New and different for me. Yep, just up this row here, and we'll be done. And complete with 900 liters to spare. So that did not produce another thing of bread. Oh, it did. Okay, so there's 2 there. And we won't get one in May, it looks like. But what does the stock, time-saving stock tell us right now? That's $12,000 worth. We already have 10,000 over here. I think we grab the John Deere and we move one of those flowers over for now, and we'll just do it that way. It's producing so slow that distributing is going to be a little overkill as long as we just stay on top of things. And I did make some changes over here. Look at, there's like a little path now. Went and flattened things down. Did that before starting the recording. Let's zoom in, get the front loader all prepped here, and this should be easier now that it's a little flatter to do what we want to do. There we go. And eventually we'll get some paths over here and maybe move the flour mill, the grain mill, to a little different area, maybe closer over here where it's a little flatter. But we'll just keep an eye on it. Lower that. Off the forks. Perfect. That wasn't bad at all. And I think it's a little early to prep this to sell bread, but I am going to move it out of the way. I would like to find a location to store the bread. Got to get this reconfigured for grain as well, but we'll go ahead and put that right here for now. Take the sign out with us. That was terrible. That was terrible. Right here will be good for now. Then we'll sneak up and grab this pallet as well, like so. Those should be good to just wait until it's time to be sold. Now I would like to go into the next harvest session without debt. So we are about 3,500 or just over 3,000 away from being able to pay off our loan. Let's take a look at contracts before we skip time. Oh, we already knew this month. Let's pay off what we can, because we don't need to. We have no money to spend right now. So let's go to finances. Let's go ahead and repay. We'll be down to a $5,000 loan and have $1,800 in our name. It's gonna be May. All right, crops are looking good. Let's look at growth here. 46 will be first, and then those two are gonna be at the same time, it looks like. Okay, contract-wise, some hoeing. I mean, that would be the quickest way to get out of debt. So let's go ahead and grab that one. We know these ones are quick. They seem to be my go-to. All right, where's our field at? It is this direction. I mean, that's a field I know pretty well. We started with that field in the Maize Challenge. Let's see what they got planted in here this time. Is this some corn? It looks like corn. Oh man, I've seen a lot of corn in that field. Let's line up here. The assistants all prepped, and away we go. Get out of debt, and then we'll get to those harvests. We're really flying through this contract, just 3% to go on this last pass here, and we're gonna be out of debt again and ready to move on to the harvest. Just like that, perfection. Collect that 5,800, go into our finances and repay that, and we have $2,400 left. Let's look at these productions real quick, just make sure everything's looking good. Grain mill is getting low on barley and wheat, but we will have some to add to it very soon. We knew that was going to be the case. Flour, 2,900 over here. We can go another month without, or we want to go here. Oh, why are they sharing numbers? Because it's the same production. That is the bakery. That's what we're looking at. 2,900, we can go one more month without moving flour. Okay, let's make it June. Flying. We got some rain. We got some rain. Hopefully that goes away real quick. Oh, this thing for 52% off. This one's a pretty good deal too, but it's not better than what we have. This isn't better than what we have. I'm gonna have to pass on the telehandler for now. Let's go ahead and jump in the Challenger. Get our grain cart all reconfigured and ready for the harvest. While we wait for this rain that's not in the forecast to go away. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, so once this clears up, we'll have to bust that harvest out because it looks like more rain is incoming. And our bread's just chilling outside, getting soaked. Do this quick little drive over here. So convenient, location-wise. All right, so we want that just like so. You know what? I'm bored with this color. Let's mix it up. Let's go with like an orange. What I don't understand, enter a name of the color or orange. And did that do it? It did, okay. So we'll select that, and then we'll go over here, we'll go to favorites and select that. Is that not add to favorites? Test. It doesn't match. It doesn't match. Or maybe it did. Maybe it did. Okay, let's go to favorites, go with this one, select. Go to favorites, go with this one, and select. Yes, it did, okay. Change. Oh, no. Customize. Yes. And I just think it's fun to be able to mess around with stuff like that and mix it up. Makes it feel like different equipment, which it makes me wonder if we could do that with the Challenger. It's still raining. We got time to kill. I didn't even look at the options, so let's find out. No, that makes sense. I know there's some tractors it works on, but not that one. We're about to outgrow this too pretty soon, I think. And just putting this right here should be good for now. And heading on over, just getting this prepped for when the rain goes away. And there it goes. All right, let's fire this bad boy up and get to harvesting barley. Now, I think the straw fiasco, I guess we could call it, was worth it. The amount of time it took me to pick up all that straw, it seemed like it was definitely worth it financially. So we will do that again. I'm gonna back up and do that second headland though. Since we don't want to run into our neighbor's crop, I figure we'll just do it this way. And here we go with the other end row. Already 1,000 liters. This is looking great. Plenty of barley for another year's worth of flour. And hopefully a little bit extra. We got to get to the point where we have enough left over to where we can get those chickens, because we are going to need eggs eventually, but we're not going to rush it. Okay, now we can keep backing up. Lock into place there. Oops. Thought we had it raised. I'm losing it. There we go. We'll go up the field, do the same thing, and then do the ups and downs after those end caps up there, or end rows are done. Nice 6 mile an hour. Get that barley. Massey Ferguson, Western Combine, 8570. It's doing its job. Let's check where we're at capacity. I had a feeling 98, 99%. Oh boy, that's pretty slick. We almost ruined some crops if I didn't check that soon, but let's go ahead. Let's just get that perfect 8,000 in here, and then we will, yeah, it automatically shut off the header for us. Let's go ahead and switch over to the Challenger, head up to that side of the field. I might leave it this color. I kind of like that. What a good mod. So we know with these 3 fields, we're definitely producing enough straw to be able to support cattle when we get them. The big thing's gonna be getting that grass field to be able to feed them, and I kind of want to make sure we have that established before we do add the cattle. So greenhouses, cattle, sugar. Yeah, the sugar's gonna be a pain, but should be pretty good. But this is awesome. We got a good amount left, and we already have 8,000 barley. Should be a pretty good harvest here. Let's go ahead and turn this back on and lower it. Lock into place. Close the auger wagon. The auger wagon. I was just thinking about the auger wagons. Close the auger and continue on with the harvest. We got the harvester full again. We're gonna go unload this. I believe the adjustments that I've made are going to make it easier to dump the grain. We got it a little flatter and easier to approach, so that should have fixed our problem we had. But we'll validate that here in a second. Just follow our new little path right on over to the dumping ground. Yep, look at that. We don't have to be perfectly in there anymore. Nice little fix to that. Let's take a look here at our... yes. In here we have wheat, but we don't have barley. So I think we'll be good putting the 16,000 in, but then we will put the rest in the silo and use that as needed. But we're gonna be well above the 1 year's worth of capacity in the grain mill at this point, which means we could save a little bit for chickens, but I don't know if we're ready yet. Would be nice to have another revenue stream come in. I mean, how many chickens can we get for $21.95? We could see. So let's take a look here. We have in the grain mill 9,000 already, and I believe it was around 14,000 that we would have been good for a year's worth. So yeah, let's take a look at that. Let's see. That's the food, but let's hop right in here. So we could buy some 6-month-old ones, and we could get $1,000 worth. So let's just do a nice round 20. Nice, we got some chickens. You know, I don't stick to plans. I think this is wise though, because we can make those eggs for a while and make money off of them. And then when the time comes, we'll have plenty for the bakery. And let's see what that did. That was just 750. So we'll see how long that lasts, but we'll put this other 7,200 in the flour mill, and we'll put the rest of the barley we're about to harvest in the silo. We also have a little bit of wheat for chicken feed, but this is telling me we're gonna generate more than enough every year so we can afford to have those chickens. That's what I was kind of waiting for. Nice indicator there. Nice expansion. All right, let's double check that. Yep, 16,000 is more than enough for a year of barley. I'm gonna have to make a spreadsheet so I can remember all this stuff. But we'll get this back over here and do the little bit of this harvest that's left. Pretty good, making good time. All right, lock in, auger in, away we go. That'll do it for the harvest. Let's go ahead and get the headers all shut off and lifted. Let's drive. Let's see if there's room to sneak by the trailer. I don't think there is. So let's leave it close to here. We'll go ahead and just back up as we're preparing to harvest this in July. I don't think we'll be taking care of the straw until after that. We'll lease something, whoops, that lets us do all of them at the same time, all 3 fields. Well, either way it would let us, but we'll want to do that in the same month is what I was trying to say. Challenger needs some maintenance, and I heard a rumor, thanks to a comment, that maintenance goes down quicker if you don't wash your vehicles. Now, if that's true, I think that's pretty wise of Giants. If it's not true, that was a good trick because I'm going to wash everything. But we got to get enough money to get the piece of equipment to take care of that, the pressure washer. All right, let's go dump these. We said that's what our plan was. So we'll get that in the silo, and then we just need to make sure there's enough goods in the productions before we sleep. All right, well, I'm glad that was all muted because I just had the biggest hissy fit over trying to move around some bread. But yeah, we just added some flour over there, and we're moving the bread around just to be safe, and now we're gonna make it July. You guys missed a really good hissy fit. Some things in this game just drive me mad. All right, let's look at the production though. We have a decent amount of flour right now, and that's the wrong one. We have barley, 15,000. We're about to run out of wheat, but let's get some more going. Oh man, that was running all night. My operator needs to be fired. And away we go. Should be, oh, this is oats. The wheat's over there. That's all right. We'll get both of them going this month. Be real nice to see if we can get close to that $20,000 amount of oats. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I said dollar amount, liter amount. We'll see. But I cannot believe we're finishing up the 2nd year already on this playthrough. Love the pace. And this is our last pass for the headlands, and the numbers so far just don't seem very exciting. I know it's oats, so we're gonna get a little less, but only at about 4,700 liters, about 4,800 now. It's not really gonna cut it, so I don't think this is the field for oats. I think it's too small long term. Just kind of thinking about like when we have fields that are gonna produce enough for the big flour mill to keep going all year, we're gonna need a lot more goods than we're getting. Baby steps, we'll get there, especially moving at the pace we're moving. Before we know it, we're gonna own a lot of this map. We're gonna have all of our productions that we need. We're gonna be the cake boss for sure. Bakers, man, I've been lazy. I haven't done the surveys yet or the polls to see what name we should go with. I think we'll probably just keep it Bakers, man, since I am lazy. And you know what? I forgot we had chickens. Their food's fine. Their food's fine. We got 68 eggs. All right, that's good. That's good. So that's starting to produce for us. We'll have plenty of feed for them, seeing that we have a ginormous wheat field next to us. Doing this harvest, kind of looking at that, super excited to get going on that wheat field, because once we get to sell that wheat and all the flour this winter, our bank account's gonna look nice. So we'll be making some decisions come winter on how we're gonna expand, if we're gonna get the cattle operation going yet. It's gonna really depend on how much money we get. There's a lot of equipment that's gonna go into that cattle operation, not just land and not just cattle. I think we'll have to stop here because we'll be in the middle of a row next time. So let's go ahead, get the Challenger. And oh yeah, I was like, why is this so close? But yeah, that was in the way. Okay, maintenance on this is terrible too. Or maybe that's what we said earlier. Yeah, it is that one. I think everything needs maintained, some maintenance on it. We need the pressure washer. We need to stop drying on our straw if we can avoid it. Let's go ahead and get about 7,800 worth of oats here and then get back to the harvest. We'll be able to finish the harvest without emptying that, but I think I will take that over there because I think we're about to run out of oats, and we did. So yeah, we'll get over there with the oats and get that production back up and running, and then we'll finish the harvest. There we go, 73, 79. Yeah, you can really see the terrain drop over here. Wow, lots of terrain here in Europe. Let's go drop that. That'll get the oats going again. They are activated already. They're inactive. Let's activate it. And did the wheat deactivate? What? We must have deactivated that a while ago. We must have been out of oats for a while. I'm losing it. But that's a good start. That'll get them going, and then we can finish the harvest, and the rest of the oats will go in the grain mill. But I have a feeling we're gonna have a lot of extra wheat when it comes time to do that harvest. Did the stubble move in the last game, or am I just noticing more things? Look at that. That looks good. Fanboy alert. That's the lift. Got it all shut off. We'll go ahead, we're gonna open the auger and we're going to cruise on over and deposit this ourselves. I'm gonna look at contracts. I need a little bit of cash for some maintenance on this. I want to have this fully maintained and ready to go for that wheat harvest. I don't want to lose any yield on that. So while that's unloading, let's hop in here. Let's see what's going on for contracts. I want a decent one. And 87, this is going to be it right here. We're going to borrow. We don't want to put the hours on our own equipment. So once that's done, we're going to go ahead and close it and shut it off for now. And then we will start with this. Nice. Ace IH matches my outfit. We're not even going to grab the header trailer. We're going to... Oh, is this going to do the same thing? This contract doesn't look broken. Oh, wait. It is going to be broken, isn't it? So contracts are just broken. Like, why is that? Okay. All right. Well, that contract was broken. If we do this harvesting one, I mean, it's not as much money, but let's see if it works. But it seems like everything can't spawn. So, like, where's the tractor and the trailer? And then when we look at our map, it doesn't show where the contract is. So I don't know what's going on with my save file, but we gotta cancel this one too, because even if we take that over there, it's just not gonna work. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that $1,000 back. Oops. Did we? Yeah, let's go ahead and collect that. Puts us negative, and then keep hitting escape. This menu, that's wrong. You should have okay on the left side, in my opinion. Okay, $1,000, because that's just a joke. All right, what else is going on in these contracts? We need the money. We could do $5,000 real quick there. Rock removal, I mean, that pays pretty good, but I guess we just take out a loan. We're just gonna take out a loan. I don't know, I'm pretty sad that those contracts are broken, but let's find out our repair costs and we'll see what kind of loan we gotta take out. And then we're gonna have to take out a loan to lease something to pick up the straw too. We could sell stuff early, but I think I'm leaning towards just dealing with a little bit of interest for a couple months instead of losing the potential income. I think it'll even out in the end. So let's do some information here. So repairing this, the header is about $800 and then 25. So yeah, just 5,000 is all we're gonna need. Finances, we'll just do one borrowings there, borrow one, and we'll repair that and repair that. And that gives us a nice combine. That gives us a nice fresh harvester, maintenance-wise. Still need some money for the pressure washer. I think we'll do that in the winter when we make some money. Let's get over to the wheat field. Let's get started. I'm excited to see what one pass brings in. We're not even gonna do an end row first. We're gonna do a full pass to begin with. I wanna see how many liters we get with one pass of this. Oh, I almost hit that guy. Of this ginormous field compared to our other ones. Still kind of skinny, but it is a long one. Long field. Lower the header. Let's go ahead and activate it now. Turn right here, get lined up good. Oh, that's oh, it is still activated. I'm impressed. It didn't get switched off after doing maintenance. All right, so we're dropping straw. Everything looks good. I'm hoping for about, gosh, 5,000 for each pass. I don't think we'll get it, but that would be cool. It's looking like it's gonna be closer to 2.5. Wow. Just under 3,000, it looks like. About 20, yeah, just under 3,000. That is awesome. So it'll be 2.5 passes to fill this thing up. Well, almost 3 passes, but that's pretty sweet. Just to think we got, I think it was like 19,000 liters of oats. I know oats yield a lot less, so this will be nice if we can get almost 3. It'll be close to 3 trailers full, which doesn't give us as much left over, but that's super nice. Yeah, it'll be 1,500 per 1,000, so you have 8,000 of that. That'll be decent money. But we can see our bread cost, or a value of bread, is at 22,000, 21,000 for flour right now. Eventually that will start going up once we stop populating over at the bakery, which has 1,700. So yeah, about adding 1,000 a month seems to be good. And grain mill right now, we have 8,500. Is that what's going to say over here? Yeah, 8,500 flour. Eggs are going to start shooting up there too. That'll be another good income source, a revenue source there, trending in the right direction. Well, with the auger being on the wrong side when we finish up, I am going to go to the other end of the field and do this end row here, part of the headland, I guess. And then when we get full, we can just stop and pull the grain cart up. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, almost getting to the end of this pass. That makes sense based on what we saw in the first one. But here we go, slow down just a hair. Whoops, a little too soon. And it's full. Let's get over there, unload it. Super close to needing to start upgrading some stuff. So we got some a lot of decisions to make when it comes time to selling our goods. But I think before we cultivate or do any tillage, we're going to need to repair this thing because I'm sure it's lost a lot of power. And we're out of wheat, if I remember, over yonder. Oh, just about out of wheat. So yeah, let's take this over there. We'll get it emptied, and then we'll continue with the harvest. Them chickens just running around free range. We're going to sneak up here. We're going to just top them off. It's not going to take a lot, just to be safe. Yeah, less than 100. Oh, I didn't need to turn that much. I don't know my own map. You know, while I'm looking at this, let's go ahead and get this dumped, but we're going to plop it up into sky. And is this? It is. We're going to sell it. I don't need it. I don't want it. We'll get a different shed right here eventually. All right, so that's good. Let's shut that off though. And let's get back to the harvest. Things are going splendid. Ruh-roh, did I miscalculate this? So we're gonna have to pull out. Oh man. Oh, I think we'll get to the end without being at 100%. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. But yeah, we'll get, it looks like at least 3 of those trailers full, which is good, which is good. I was hoping for about 4, but it's not as wide as I thought originally. So let's go ahead and we will let that drop finish. Open this up, get the cart back over here, and then one more load will go to the grain mill, and then everything else is gonna get saved to sell. Well, just this load. The next load will be saved to sell. Where's our, oh, because we sold that thing. All right, let's go in here, and as I notice it, we're gonna repay that because we do have $1,200 because of selling that. Selling the trailer. It's not a trailer. What is it called? A shed. We sold a shed that we couldn't even drive in. I'm not really sure the purpose of that one. It's so small you can't even fit anything in it. But maybe the really, really good drivers on this game can. Maybe they can. All right, that is just gonna stay there for now so we can maximize our time. We'll get this harvest finished. It looks like 3 rows. It is, so we'll have just a little left over to harvest after. That's too bad. I was hoping for a little more profits. My eyes are bigger than reality. All right, that is emptied. Let's roll. And as expected, we're just about full at the end of this last pass. Gonna have just a little bit left over to harvest after emptying this again. So we'll get it slowed down here. A little premature there. Come on, we got this. There it is. All right, shut the header off, open it up. Do the same song and dance we just did. I'll see you in a second. So I do feel like we're at a milestone here. We are officially able to keep the grain mill running year round. So that's a win. So we're always producing flour right now. Maybe, you know, only 10% of the speed, or about 1/10 of the speed as we could if we had the real production, you know, the big boy. We'll get it eventually, but first step is really getting income coming in regularly, and then the next step will be expanding. But like we said, we're going to work on getting the next phase going, which is cattle. We might use a greenhouse or 2 to help supplement some money. So we'll make those decisions in due time. It'll probably be in the winter when we make the decision on whether we're going to buy a field, start getting the grass operation going, or if we are going to do a greenhouse next. But we need to get this emptied, and then I will finish the harvest, and then we will go from there. Actually, that's good enough for me. Let's go ahead and get this finished, and we can take the combine. Why do I keep saying combine? The combine into the farm yard area and unload it directly, and then we'll bring the trailer with what's in there secondary. Is this sorghum? Yeah, that's nice. We're gonna put this right here. And also, you know, I was kind of looking at it. Let's go in here. Might as well, because you know, we don't really ever use it. We're gonna get our, oh, it's only, never mind, it's only $400. I was gonna get some money for selling our header trailer, but that's kind of pointless. And we do want to save a little bit of wheat for the chickens, but we're gonna try to really maximize our money this year. So if we look right now at time-saving stock, we do have barley. We have $3,000 worth of barley, and let's let this finish. We have potentially $11,000 worth of wheat. If we kept the barley for the chickens, then we just get this 11, and then these numbers should almost, I think they might triple and get about $120,000 each year. So we're looking at maybe $130,000 of income coming in, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it'll help. We got all that straw to pick up and sell too, which we'll do next episode. I'm Socksway Up. Thanks for hanging out. Walter and I will see you next episode.